It may interest you that women are calling the shots in every profession they find themselves, be it in business, politics, and whatever fields and endeavor they look at and they put their mind to. Here today on the set of Women and the Society, I have with me Ayaba Omobola Nowola Akingbeyin, who is a journalist by excellence, and she has spent so many years on the profession of journalism. Today she'll be talking to us about things that affect journalists, especially women. Welcome to Women and the Society, and my name is Charity James. You're welcome to the program.
Audio Jungle.
You're welcome on the program, madam.
Thank you.
I'm glad to have a journalist like me, a broadcaster like me on the program.
It's my honor to be here. Thank you.
Ma, you are a journalist, and we know that percentage of women journalists, especially in Nigeria, cannot be compared to the male counterpart. Was it your own volition to go into journalism?
Well, thank you for asking me this question. I stumbled into journalism. I was trained as a teacher. I went for my NCE and I graduated with a BA education, that's English education. So I went to serve in a radio station, that's Radio Lagos FM.
What year was that?
That was 1998, 1999.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and because I was in the media environment, I had to go through a new orientation as a core member. And I remember that time, my boss then, late Bola Olawa Shulari, was like, Bola, your degree is to prepare you for the future. It does not necessarily mean that you have to be a teacher. So is your degree has given you the prerequisite knowledge you need to function anywhere. And that was the first challenge for me. So by the time I finished my service, I was in News and Current Affairs department. So, and it's an everyday thing, it's an every hour thing, it's an every minute thing. So you write news stock, you must just be current, you must be alive to what is happening around you. So, and that prompted me one. Then there's this program that we anchor on Current Affairs Department, which is our forum. It's a weekly program and it's a political thing. So my boss then was like, Bola, you're going to be with me. We are going to anchor this program together. Myself and one other senior colleague, Bimpe, and he will ask us to write questions and all that. And sometimes it's like, okay, Bola, we are going to the studio together. And sometimes he will ask, okay, you are taking this question, I'm taking that.
A new word.
So he will ask the first question, I will answer a follow-up question. My other colleague will ask another question. And sometimes, for the first time he told me that, Bola, I'm going on leave. And each time I'm on leave, I used to rest this program until I'm back. But this time I'm going to ask you and being paid to anchor this program till I return. And that was a big challenge for me. I had to look for my guests. I must look for a current topic. I must look for a newsmaker. And it wasn't something I was used to.
Easy.
I was expecting to finish my service and go back to my classroom where all my teaching practice had been excellent. So I was looking forward to going back to the classroom, and that was the first shot I had at being a broadcaster. And we were on the program, our forum, and he came back and was like, oh, the report I had was awesome, it was excellent. So I will ask you, and I think I'm going to take my rest from here. You and Big will be handling this program from this moment. And that was it then. Before I knew it, I was asked to be compiling Copper's Diary, weekly diary, and I was presenting Copper's Diary on Eco FM and on Radio Lagos, our forum. Then before I knew it, the production department led, there's this person in production department, Mr. Omolulu Olubode, now said, Mobola, come, go and think of a program. your own program that you'll be handling. You must write the script, you get your guests, you put your music, this and that. And I'm like, production? What do they do in production?
You're coming from education
background. So it was challenging, yet I was enjoying it. The fact that I was, sitting at the back of the microphone and I was talking, I was hearing myself. And when you get to my parents will tell you, my dad particularly, I listened to your program on Radio Lagos, it was fine. It wasn't even showing that it was you talking. That voice wasn't looking like you. And I love the feedback I got. And I said, okay, I'm going to be here. And that was it for me.
Being a journalist and being a woman, it is different worlds. And you must bridge the gap that is in there. They say being a journalist, you must be a male to work very, very well. Do you agree with that submission? No,
I don't. Reason is this. Being a journalist is a thing of the mind. It's about interest. It's about what you love doing. It's only those that were forced into the job that will see journalism as a male field or male profession. If you are in the good hand of a good mentor, you won't say that. You see yourself operating in all aspects of journalism. You won't see it, okay, maybe you are asked to cover defense and you are seeing defense as a male beat. No. There's this lady, Muslima Sholebo of NTA then. She was a good defense correspondent. And I am bold to say that she's one of those people I look forward to. I want to see other Muslima Sholebo because I'm still waiting. She thrives in that beat. Okay? We've had the Bimbo Oyetunde of FRCN as a financial correspondent, and she was reporting live from Geneva and all over. I have the likes of Antimuji, Makonjola, and today she's a veteran, and we've had a whole lot of them. Abike Dabiri, Honorable Abike Dabiri, human angle stories, she'll break them, and she followed them to the logical conclusion. Investigative journalism. She's a woman. And if anybody is saying journalism is about women, is about men, no, it's not about men. It's for everyone. It's for those who have the interest. It's for somebody who wants to tell the story. It's the interest of humanity. Somebody who has nose for news. Somebody who wants to affect the society positively. That is whom a journalist is. Because you can't close your eyes to the ills of the society. We are the watchdog. We are the people who feel this is not right, this is not good. Somebody needs to talk about it. And it's not limited to the male. I will actually say that journalism should be a job for the female. Because at the home front, we know those things that are good and the ones that are not. We want to correct them. We want to build our home. If you can build your home as a woman, you should be able to build the society and the country that you find yourself. So I would say rather that journalism should be a profession for the female.
Female?
Yeah.
Another thing I picked from what you've been saying is that being a journalist, you must affect your society positively.
Yeah.
And affecting the society positively these days, I believe you must join a political party. So as a journalist, can you join a political party to affect your society positively, or you can be a social changer without going into being a party, a member of any party?
Well, for me, I would rather say you must be in the Journalism Political Association. Because that is where you're seen. That is where you are heard. Abike Dabiri was not in APC overnight. It was because of her impact to humanity, impact of her investigative stories. I remember the story of Bosse, the girl that had nail on her head. And Sele, Iradire, we had Roots, Benamisi, Opia. All those people contributed to the society before they were taken into the political space. Abika is in APC now, and she's making impact. Reason is that the background that she was coming from helped her a lot. And she knows that she has a community watching and they're observing her trends. And she can't afford to fail us because she's our ambassador. Whichever political party that she finds herself now was because as a journalist, she makes impacts. That's why she's there. So I would say that you have to be in the journalism political party, then whichever party sees that you're good enough can say, okay, we need your service in our party. We have a lot of journalists now occupying political parties here now. We have our members being SA, special advisors, minister, commissioner, and what have you. All of them occupying political position. It was because they were, making marks. They had played their part very well. People can read them. People can hear them. That's why they are occupying a political position today. So what I am saying in essence is that as a journalist, you must be good in any particular area that you find yourself. Whichever bit you are, please ensure that you play you play by the rules and ensure that you give in your best, because your best will speak for you where you are not, where you can't get to, in high places where you can't even go to defend yourself, in high places where nobody knows you, but somebody will drop your name and say, okay, can we use this person as the spokesperson of our party? Can we use this person as a spokesman or as essay to our candidate? Because we know that she's good as OGTV correspondent covering the State House. She's good as OGBC covering women's story or political parties. You understand what I'm saying? So I actually would not accept that you must belong to a political party before you're seen. No.
Okay, another issue I want to ask from you is most journalists play by the rule of unionism. We know that when you are in a profession, there's freedom of association, there's freedom of forming associations.
For me, it's not really, I won't say yes and I'm not going to say no, but you must belong to an association. There is a professional body. We are just not a union group. We are a professional association. Just like you have the MBA, just like you have the ICANN, just you have the health workers, just like you have the NLC. And being in your professional association like NUJ, like NAWOJ, Nigerian Association of Women Journalists, is not about unionism. It's about having a body to protect your interest. It's like having somewhere to run to when there is crisis, when you're not treated fairly. It's about labor. It's labor related. Do you understand? We've had where journalists were appointments were terminated unjustly. And if you don't belong to that association, who will fight for you? We've seen where female journalists are embarrassed in line of duties. In line of duty, maybe you went to interview somebody and the person want to molest you or embarrass you. Who do you report to? Do you just take that down and you allow them to perpetually harass you while you're on your job? It's a no for me. And that is why you need your association to protect you. I've had reasons to, stand up for my members as chairman of just the chapel. That's the NUJ chapel. Now that I'm the vice president of a zone, you can imagine what that means. So if you harass my member, be sure that you get me around you, because I won't allow you rest. But I will only defend a member, I will only support a member, I will only speak up for a member, I will only speak up for someone who is a member, who I know. Do you understand? If you're in an organization where you are constantly harassed, who do you talk to? You keep taking that in. You keep swallowing the bitter pill. You can't complain because nobody knows you.
That will take us to the challenges a female journalist faces in the course of duty. Have you heard of any, and how have you treated such cases? Such case?
Yes, I have. A member actually cried to me that she went for an assignment. In fact, she was lured into the assignment. Like, okay, we're having this particular assignment and we want you to cover. Other people will be coming and all that. And she went, not knowing that it wasn't really an assignment. It was an opportunity for the person to have a one-on-one time with her. And she quickly sent me a text and told me where she is. So I got some few people. We called the number of the person and I said, this is the first time I'm actually publicly saying this. And we called the person that we're aware that our member is with you. Be careful and ensure that nothing happens. And that was how she escaped. It has also happened to me. Okay. And while we were actually having an interview, and just the way you were looking at me, and we got talking, and it just changed the discussion. And then I was like, okay, what can I do? I still need to be professional. But my recorder was on. So, and we're just talking. It would take me off the question. I'll bring him back to the question. It would take me off. I'll, cleverly bring him back. And by the time we were done, I just told him, sorry sir, my office calls. I need to go immediately. And I was like, okay, but I said, we'll be back on this discussion. And since then, that was how I blocked that contact. You understand? I look for my news source elsewhere. If that person is the last person, I'll point the question around some other sector and get the story done. Do you understand?
I do. What other challenges do you think female journalists are facing, and how do you think, as a veteran on the field, how do you think it can be overcome, and for other female journalists who are coming new into the profession to feel safe practicing journalism?
Journalism is now a profession that is acceptable now, and everybody knows what you stand for. So I'll say it's a better world now. However, I wish I'd seen somebody to tell me that you can make it on your own with a good mentor. I wish I could see someone who would tell me that as you're going in, you still have to combine your home with your profession, and you must play the play at equal equilibrium. Okay, it was something I had to battle with in the course of the job. I learned on the job. So, and truly, we have challenges as female journalists, because you just must know how to manage your home and manage your job. Else, there will be conflict. All right? And the way we are wired, we are multitasking. And in the course of doing the job, there's possibility for you to neglect your home. There's possibility for you to neglect your children while you're trying to meet up with deadlines. Okay? And if you're married to a man who understands your job, then you will have it so sweet calling yourself a journalist. Therefore, I will say, for the young ones who are coming and you are in a relationship, please let your man understand your job. Let him have the trust that if my wife says, or my girl or my lady says, I'm going for an assignment, he will believe that you're actually going for an assignment. let him know that you are a disciplined woman. He must understand that from the onset. He should be able to speak about you in a positive way, and that is the major problem we face as journalists. Some people will even say that they don't stay journalists, they usually don't get married. That's a lie. A lot of us are making it, and we are making it in all areas of our lives, marital, career-wise, socially, and whichever area you look at it. As women journalists, we occupy position, we still manage our husband, we manage our children, we get pregnant, we go to labor ward, we still come back, we still get the story done, yet we are breastfeeding, yet we are nursing mom, we are still in the newsroom, we are working, we are on the beat, we are filing stories, and we are still back at home, we are still taking care of our husband, including the other side of it. You must manage your home. We must learn to manage our time adequately, time to do the job. As a female journalist, I want us to, when you're given a position or a beat, I want you to stand out. When you stand out, you can tell our story. That being a unionist or being a female journalist does not make you a failure at home, does not make you a failure raising your children, and does not make you a failure career-wise.
You must be a female journalist and a community leader par excellence. On that note, we'll go to the second segment of the program, which is knowing the favorite of our guest.
Audio Jungle.
We are glad you're still there with us. Let's join Ayaba, Omobola, Akingbeyin. What is your favorite color?
My favorite color is pink. Because pink tells your story as a female.
Now take us to your attire. What type of attire do you like? Do you like the English wear or the native wear? Do you like it with your hair care, or you just like your hair showing?
Well, I'm a village girl. I was raised in the community, so that will tell you what I want. I prefer native. I love to be seen in my kaftan, and because of the job, you need to look official. So sometimes you see me just, with this and my native. Sometimes you see me in English, but I often do native.
What type of food do you like eating?
I told you I'm a home girl, and I used to love rice because my mom sells food. But when I grew up and I was picking my food, I picked ikokore.
Where are you from? Are you from Ijebu?
Yeah, my dad is from Ijebu. My mom is Awori. Awori is in Lagos State. So I picked ikokore, and I picked, in my village we call it shagberigidi. It's a local name for eba. Okay. Eba made with crab water. It's Awori delicacy. But my major food is ofada rice and ikokore. Okay. Yes.
So what type of music do you like?
Oh no. My kind of music is the old music. I am an Obe fan, Ebenezer Obe fan, and I got that from my dad. While we were growing up, it's all Obe, purely Obe, and all those old juju music. So I grew up to like Obe because it's quite inspirational. I drew inspiration from it, while I was growing, and till today, I love Obe's music.
On that note, we'll close today's episode of Women's Society. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you too for having me here.
In whatever field you find yourself, do good to make impact in the society and the community you're living in. If you make that impact will translate to other areas of other people. And if you are doing good, that good will flow from you to others. I implore you this day that you do good in every area you find yourself, especially as a woman. On that note, we say bye-bye on Women and the Society. By next time we'll see ourselves, we'll be with another guest who will be telling us what women should do in their society in keeping the society safe and sound. I am Charity James, and I will see you next time.